Yo, what up, is Don.
Emily here.
We are the Soul Brothers. Thanks for tuning in. We got a little discussion to talk about.
Yes, a lot of you
We
guys
have a discussion
were asking.
to discuss,
Yes.
to be specific.
A lot of you guys were asking about this topic, about this question, and I thought we made it pretty clear in the videos, but I guess not. So I just wanted to explain it a little bit further, to further help you guys on about tech, you know.
And we brought Raina in on this one because she's a little bit better with us as far as the tech goes and stuff.
Yes.
She's kind of a shoe nerd,
Yes.
if you will.
Yes. So
Not Raina.
yeah, so a lot of you guys were asking, because of the dismantling videos that we've been doing, a lot of you guys have been asking what the difference is between top-loaded and bottom-loaded zoom units. So on another note, we're not gonna do any more dismantling videos because you guys don't like it, I guess, for some reason. So I was
Let's not do it.
All right, let's not do it. No
Simple.
more.
Done.
Simple, done. It's over, you know. But anyways, so for example, this is the Zoom Rev 2016, and this is the Zoom Live 2016, right? And they both, if I remember correctly, they have a very similar size zoom unit, or basically the same zoom unit in the forefoot, right? They're both full length Phylon, right? Injected Phylon midsoles, and then in the forefoot they have a zoom unit, but where it's placed on the foam is different in both of the shoes. So in the Zoom Live, it's top loaded, meaning that there's the Phylon, and then they put a little bit of a
Cutout.
yeah, cutout, so that the zoom unit can be placed on top of the Phylon. And then there's the I believe it's the strobo board,
Right.
and then the insole, and then that's where your foot is. So basically your foot is on top of the zoom unit besides the insole, but the insole doesn't really do anything.
Yeah.
On the Zoom Rev, on the other hand, it's the zoom unit. There's a cutout, but it's on the bottom of the Phylon.
Right.
And then they put the zoom unit on the bottom. So basically, it's the zoom unit, and then the Phylon, and then the strobo board, and then the insole, and then your foot.
Mm-hmm.
So you have this whole thick ass Phylon in between your foot and the zoom unit. So
which a lot of the force disperses before it even gets to the zoom unit.
yes.
And it's spread amongst a wider area, so you're just not gonna feel it as much.
Yes.
The bottom line is it's less impact protection.
So that's the question. So I'm not sure. What has better impact protection, do you think?
I think top loaded.
Really?
Yep. I mean, but that's more of a physics question.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That can get pretty gnarly. As far as feeling wise, for me, I feel like top loaded is way much more impact protection. You know what I mean? Because you're allowing the zoom unit to work more. The force from your foot is transferring way sooner right into the zoom unit. Otherwise, when it's bottom loaded, it transfers into the Phylon, and then it spreads it out in a wider area, and the zoom unit, I don't think, compresses as much. I could be wrong though.
Yeah.
I'm just going off what I feel,
Yes.
and maybe some of it could be placebo, but it definitely doesn't feel as bouncy.
It feels way better on top loaded.
Yeah.
You know. But I guess if you don't like that bouncy feeling, you can still add a little bit more impact protection putting on the bottom, I guess. But I don't really know anyone that doesn't like a slightly bouncy cushion, just like in the Zoom Lives. Feels really nice.
I mean, a lot of times they bottom load them, and I literally can't feel it.
Exactly.
And I don't care what anyone tells me, it's not great impact protection.
Yes.
I feel it in my knees, my feet, but some people may not want any of that in the forefoot.
Yeah.
So maybe putting a bottom loaded unit in there will give you just a touch of impact protection, but a ton of response still.
Yes.
But I don't feel like even having a small zoom unit right under your forefoot is taking away that much response.
Yeah.
Because zoom units are very thin, and they still allow you to feel pretty responsive, unless it's like an insanely big zoom unit in full length, like something like the
KD9.
The KD9 or the Hyperdunk 2016 Flyknit. So that's the difference between zoom units being top loaded or bottom loaded. So when we talk about that, you guys know what we're talking about. Let us know what you guys think. What do you prefer? Top loaded, bottom loaded, side loaded? Let us know.
Behind loaded.
Behind loaded. So catch you guys in the next one. Soul Brothers, we're out of here.
Peace.